All right, that's the way to start the day. Claim your blessings. Set our intentions. We're setting our intention for the new year. We're setting our intentions that will bring immeasurable blessings to us. So we're going to start with an affirmation. This is from Michael Beckwith. Lily and I met him when we were in California, and ever since then I keep finding things from him. Like things just pop into your energy sphere, you know, when you're vibrating with someone. So he has this great affirmation. Let's say it together. Thank you, universe, for all the good in my life that I don't yet know about. Give thanks in advance. That's biblical. That's Matthew. It says when you pray, just give thanks that it's already yours. Right? Why? Because it is already yours. It's just coming into manifestation according to what? Divine law. But you using divine law by setting your intention. It comes into manifestation because you have set the intention in your mind. That's what you're looking for. It's like a computer search. I'm looking for the good in my life. I'm looking for that blessing. I set the intention for it. Now the computer's going to search for it. And my search engine's getting faster and faster and more expansive. So the blessings are coming. I want to give thanks for the blessings that are already mine. I want to give thanks in advance for all the good I don't yet know about. Last week we released all that no longer serves us. We burned it up in the fire, right? We tried. Yeah, me too. All week I've been trying, burning it up. All week has been a week of releasing the past and claiming blessings. And I realized instead of claiming it just for the future, I had to claim it now. And know that now will carry into the future. And all the good things that are yet to be mine are in the now. They're in the now in potential and in possibility. That's the beautiful thing, is that they're already in you. They're in your consciousness. It's just you get to have the adventure of walking into each new moment of blessing after blessing, miracle after miracle. I just love it. It's such an adventure. We always want to figure out how it's going to happen, and we want to see it before it happens. We want to know how to get there from here. And the old New England saying is, you can't get there from here. But the Course in Miracles, or the Unity saying is, you're already there because you're already there. You are already there in that place of all of the blessing that you ask for in the divine presence of the one whose only goal is to plan every single thing for your highest good, is to give you everything that can contribute to your happiness, your health, your prosperity, your awakening. So today we're going to seek a clear vision in our hearts and embrace the infinite possibilities before us. That's my goal for today. And if I do that today, it will come a lot easier the next moment or the next day. I don't have to worry about tomorrow because I'm doing it today. Many times it seems easier for us to focus on what we don't want rather than what we want. But remember, what we focus our mind on becomes manifest for us. The universe doesn't know the word no. Right? So whatever you're focused on, that's what you're going to get. And if you say, I don't want this and not that, but it doesn't hear the not and don't and no part. The focus of your mind creates a vibration, and the universe responds vibrationally. It's not really specific. It's really not. It's really a vast pool of energy and potential which you get to manifest according to the desires of your heart. Isn't that wonderful? Things aren't happening by happenstance. They're happening by your intention. You set the intention and the blessings come. They come specifically because you are specifically in a place where the universe is flowing through. And so it's going to specifically happen exactly the way you need it. Isn't that wonderful? And I don't really have to get super specific with the universe, because as we say before, God knows what you need, what you want before you even ask. The universe knows because it's a vibration. So that's why it's important for us to give thanks for all the lessons the past has taught us. Give thanks. Say, that was a wonderful lesson. Now I'm going to let it go. I learned that lesson. I'm going to let it go now. Refocus our minds by listening to our hearts in the present moment. And set our intentions from there. Listen to your heart right here. Set your intention from that place. In Unity, we have some principles. We have 5 basic principles that help us with this. It's the foundation of our practice and our philosophy at Unity, of those 5 principles. And there's more to it, but if we can stick with the basics, we can expand from there. Today we're going to focus on the 3rd principle. What does it state? It says human beings create their experience by the activity of their thinking. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought. Well, I like to expand on ideas. That's just what my mind does. So the expansion of this might be human beings perceive their reality from the level of their consciousness. Everything we experience is made manifest by our vibrational frequency. So it's not just what you seem to be thinking in your mind. It's what you're feeling in your heart. It's what you believe. What is your personal philosophy? And it's your actions as well. It's your thoughts, your feelings, your beliefs, your actions. That makes up the whole person. That makes up how you relate to other people in the world and the universe, and most importantly, how you relate to yourself. When you're all alone, what's going on there? What are you thinking? What are you feeling? What do you believe? What are your actions? So that creates a vibrational frequency, all of that. All of that is included in your perceived reality, how you're perceiving reality. So what I mean by vibrational frequency is the energy we're broadcasting out into the world, into the universe. The energy that we're sending out. And it includes all of those things that I just mentioned. Many people have trouble with the idea, the second part of this one. Everything in the manifest realm has its beginning in thought. But that's only because of our narrow definition of what thought is. True thought's not just what's going on in our heads. It's the totality of everything that I just mentioned. The feelings, the beliefs, the philosophy, the actions. It's a culmination of all of that. Our mental concepts, our emotional feelings, our deeper philosophical beliefs, and the actions that we're taking in the world. It's all part of it. All of that represents human thought. All of that is one thought. Not just what you're thinking about it subsequently. That actually isn't thought at all. It's the energy in the moment that really is the thought. So human thoughts can and do change all the time. We're all in a process of evolution. Do you agree with that? We're evolving, hopefully. It's not a lot of evidence of it some days. But that you're going to be the evidence of human evolution, of spiritual evolution of the human being. It's you. You're supposed to do that. That's why you're here. You can't wait for someone else to do it. Or some guy 2,000 years ago, he was evolving, but nobody else has for the last 2,000 years. But our thoughts, our beliefs, our feelings, our philosophy, and how we're acting, that all changes. It keeps changing and evolving. So the goal is what? To make it a conscious evolution. That's the most fun, is when you're taking part in your own evolution of consciousness. Otherwise, it could take a really long time. You'll trip over a miracle and you go, what was that? And keep on walking. You don't even stop to claim your blessing. Here's another blessing. Whoa, what was that? I don't know. I got to get somewhere. Oh, get out of my way, blessing. Too many blessings in my way. I got an appointment at 10:45 here. We got an annual meeting to get to. I better make this short. I can't have too many blessings. It'll slow me down. That's the human condition. The miracles are happening all around you, and you don't care. So we want to align our thoughts with truth so that we can see the blessings when they come and accept them with gratitude. I love that. Spiritual thought never changes. Truth is true and only truth is true. But it can and does expand within our awareness if I slow down enough to receive the blessing. This morning I was going so fast, I couldn't stop myself to see the blessing. I had so many things that I thought I had to do today, and Spirit said, finally, they will all get done. But none of them will happen if you don't slow down. You got to put on the microphone, you got to get your message, you got to practice the song, you got to get those blue marbles, you have to get the flyers for the annual meeting, you got to do this, you have to do that. You know, it's Lily who told me, what about a little mindful meditation? That's when you just close the door to your office, go in your closet, and pray. No, I wouldn't be in the closet, no matter what. They wouldn't. But your prayer closet, the higher, upper room, the higher realms of your consciousness. This is where I had to go. Pretty soon everything falls into place. The first thing that I do is start organizing everything without even thinking about it. Put on the mightphone, grab the message, get the harmonica. Make sure it's in the right key, by the way. That's pretty embarrassing. I have like 14 different harmonicas. And I grabbed the wrong one once, and that was the most embarrassing. And the other thing is you start playing it when it's upside down. So that's how we're running through our lives. Like, we're upside down most of the time. We're trying to fulfill these personally set obligations that we've made for ourselves. And quite honestly, we haven't set our intention, and we forget why we're even doing all those things. But if we set our intention for this day, I had to stop and set the intention for peace, set the intention for connection, for oneness, for prosperity. That's why this kind of gathering works, because everyone sets a specific kind of intention to have a spiritual experience on a Sunday morning. But we can do that all through the day, and all through the week, and all through the month, and all through this year. Moment by moment, set our intention to be walking in the Spirit. We can do it. We can make our evolution conscious. I guess that's what that whole speech was about. We can make our evolution a conscious one. Because spiritual thought doesn't change. We're the ones that are avoiding it or clouding our minds with a lot of other things. When we focus on the truth, on spiritual thought, it expands in our awareness and it becomes more and more of our daily experience. So the thoughts of God never change. Why? Because they're expressions of pure light. Thoughts of God, they're vibrational frequencies of energy. Energy. That's what a thought is. It's energy. what kind of energy am I putting into this moment? I was looking at the idea of money because that's going to come up later in the annual meeting. But I was looking at that idea and I ran across this guy. He's actually been working, he's a Japanese guy and I forget his name now. The guy's been working with Jackie Woodside, or she's been working with him, I don't know. But he has this idea of happy money. Ken Hoda. Ken Hoda. John's been working with him too. Happy money. Ken Hoda. And this is a big part of what we worked on in spiritual economics, is Ken Hoda's idea, or the Japanese idea of happy money, is that money is neutral. You imbue it with happy thoughts, with good vibrations, or with negative and fearful vibrations of I never have enough. And that was really an amazing shift for me this week, because that was a thought that was coming up a lot for me. And I realized exactly what I was teaching. I need to hear what I'm teaching. I need to do exactly what I'm teaching. If I don't go to someone like Ken Hoda or Jackie Woodside or someone like that, then all of my teachings of prosperity to you are not going to be backed up. I want a foundation. I want a solid foundation. I want people like Michael Beckwith on my side. I want to know and practice these principles with people who are also knowing and practicing these principles. The fifth principle is all of these principles don't mean a thing until you practice it. That's the fifth principle. Knowing these laws of life, also called truth, is not enough. You must live it. And I'm going to tell you again, that's the fun part. That's the adventure. That's when you walk downtown and every place you go, they go, oh, you are so happy all the time. I know something's going on with you. You know, and I say, well, I'm part of Unity. This is what I do. And I start telling them about it and they go, I knew it. I knew something was going on with you. And sometimes they come and be part of our community. But they know that this community exists here on Cape Cod. Just knowing it gives them a feeling of connection. It gives them a feeling of safety. It gives them a feeling of connectedness to a higher power that is guiding our lives together for the good, for the common good. And that, to me, that is one of the blessings that I live for, is to see the impact on people's lives. We are changing lives here. We are absolutely impacting people's lives. And I want to see you set the intention for this year to have the best year that you could possibly imagine and impact the lives of those around you. Everyone you come in contact with is going to see the light. Everyone you come in contact with is going to feel a little bit better. Everyone you come in contact with is going to be a little more prosperous. Everyone you come in contact with is going to feel healed and whole. And you're going to say, yes, yes, I am fulfilling my purpose. I am here. I am the light of the world. Not just I am worthy because you are, or I am enough because you are just the way you are enough. But you also are a unique expression of God that we need. Everyone in the world needs your expression of God. However you're showing up, we need that. We need that. I'm speaking to all our friends online now, because we have many, many friends who watch us every Sunday online. We need your expression of God in the world and at Unity. We need your expression of the light, your expression of the Christ. And you know what? Every blessing that you receive, you now know that you're giving to the world. And you can use those little blue marbles as a reminder that everything I receive, I'm receiving for the world. I love that. Because now you know that you can never take away from anyone by receiving your abundance, by receiving your health, by receiving your prosperity. You're not taking away from anyone, you're giving to everyone. You're sharing with us by taking care of yourself. We need you. We love you. We bless you. We accept you just the way you are. So at this point, we can have confidence that our intentions are also in alignment with Spirit for our highest good and the highest good of all. At that point, you can say, all things work together for good to those who love God or are good and are called according to a higher purpose. Then you can jump over cliffs and over mountains with ease. Whatever's coming your way, man, it's just part of the adventure. It's easy because all things are working together for good. The universe is supporting your intention so you can claim your blessing. With that in mind, let us set our intentions for this year. Let us set our intention to be prosperous and healthy and together. I crave that togetherness. You see the world exhibiting this attempt to be separate and this attempt to be divided. It's not going to work. Why? Because we are together. We are one. You can't divide us because we're one already. So that illusion of separation is beginning to fade from your consciousness. And you're releasing it. I learned the lesson. The lesson I learned from separation is I don't want it. The lesson I learned from separation is that I am one, that we are one. The lesson that I learned from separation is I cannot be separate from God. And I cannot be separate from you. It's impossible. So having learned that lesson, I no longer need to pretend that we are separate. I no longer need to pretend that I'm separate from my good either. So let us overcome our sense of fear. Let us overcome the seeming separation, overcome the thoughts of lack and limitation, of not being enough, of not being worthy, of not being the magnificent being that we were meant to be. Let's overcome completely the thought system of the ego. The scripture said that Spirit is speaking to you and saying, the one who overcomes, that's the one who will be given a white stone to place their intention. And a new name, your new name written on it that only you know. Because it's the name of God. It's not a symbol. It's a real name. You're becoming a real being. Real in the sense of spirit being made manifest. So let us take up this new moment, this fresh new year, and receive that hidden manna, the divine substance. Let us receive it now into our consciousness. And let us shape that substance into something beautiful and lovely today and every day of this year. Something which all of creation has longed to behold. It's being born in you today. This is a brand new day. Let us claim our blessings this day and every day and set our intention to bless the world, to be a blessing to the world. Set that intention today, and it is so. Amen.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass., and visit us online at unityoncapecod.org. This video was made possible in part through a grant from Unity Worldwide Ministries and the Templeton Foundation.